everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. We're the Garso Twins. I'm Carly.
And I'm Britta.
And if you like this video, we'd love it if you would subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified of all of our videos in the future. Today we're going to be reviewing a new luxury clean brand called Merit Beauty. We're really excited. The packaging's so beautiful, so let's get into the review. Okay, so we will insert swatches of everything as we go and try to insert some close-ups for you guys. We're really just going to review, the products themselves, the performance, and we'll link the products down below for you to read more about them. But we don't want to make this video too long. But we are wearing all the products on our faces right now, and like Britta said, we'll do swatches of everything up close. Yes. So first up, we have to talk about the Minimalist, which is their Perfecting Complexion Stick. This, I have to mix two shades. I mixed Bisque and Linen. Linen is a little bit of a lighter shade. I would say more neutral. And then Bisque is a little bit deeper, but a little bit more yellow toned. So mixing the two works really well for me. So basically this is a complexion stick. It's meant to be used either as like spot concealing or under the eyes. And I wanted to bring this out here. Can you hold these for a second? To compare it to my Bare Minerals Bare Pro Concealer. I know we never talk about this on our channel, but this is a product that Carly and I have been using for years. Yeah, well, I used mine up, so that's why I don't talk about it
Mine
anymore.
is definitely expired, but it's fine because I love it. I still have some left, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
I completely used mine
Maybe
up.
I had repurchased?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
This is the shade Light Neutral 04. This is the perfect shade for me.
It is.
But the reason she brought this up here is because we both use this and we feel like it's just like a slightly less emollient version of our beloved. But it's clean. But it's clean. But of our beloved Bare Minerals.
Yes. And I wanted to talk about how I use both products. I use them the same. Like even in the stick, I would never apply it directly under my eyes. I feel like it deposits. I don't know how you do it.
I wanted to try it multiple ways. So you go first.
So with this, I always just like warm it up with my finger and dab it under my eyes so it deposits like the perfect amount of product and it doesn't over apply. With spot concealing, it's a little more forgiving. Like I had a blemish here that I used this on and I could apply it directly, or you can do it the same way, but under my eyes I'm just like really hesitant to apply directly. But that's how I use this product, and as Carly said, it's just slightly more emollient, but this isn't a clean formula. So if you're looking for a clean formula, the packaging, like look at how beautiful this is. Nothing against Bare Minerals, but this is so stunning.
It's so beautiful.
That it's like something that you want to use. So do you want me to go into how I apply it? Okay, so I wanted to try like multiple ways since I'm pretty picky with sticks in general, but I actually do swipe the Bare Minerals when I had it on directly from the bullet. So for this, I also swiped it on, but I also tried my fingers, and I actually prefer swiping this on. Okay. I like the coverage it gives under my eyes, so then you don't have to like keep layering. I have like pretty dark circles, so I swiped this on, and then on one eye, do you want to bring out the brush? Oh yeah, the brush. This brush works really well. It's I think it's the diffusing brush. Yeah, number one. From Merit. So kind of meant to be used together with the complexion stick. So I use the brush under one eye and then just dab the product out with my finger on the other eye. And I definitely prefer the dabbing, but then around my face, I actually loved the brush because I felt like it was so quick to like, ooh, I have a little redness, and then like this, and then this, and then like my eyelids, I always have, I mean, I think as we get older, everyone has like dark eyelids, I don't know if it's a thing, but I like put some of this on, dabbed it out so quickly, and it diffused the product perfectly where it didn't take away the coverage, but it didn't like leave streaks or anything. It's just it's very dense. If you can see. It's dense, but it's so soft. I have to talk about the brush. I know we're kind of jumping all over the place. I apologize. But these are meant to be paired together. But as my complexion product today, I use the Neutrogena Hydroboost, which I am mad. Did we not put that in our beauty favorites? I know. Video? I'm upset too because it's great. I use it like almost every day, and I think we just forgot to mention it because it's like not quite a foundation, not quite a tinted moisturizer, but it is very sheer. Anyway, I used this brush to apply that, and it was like the best, most flawless application I've ever had with that Neutrogena product. I can't speak to how it applies with all foundation because that's not really a foundation. It's more of like a whipped texture, would you say? Yeah. So I always apply a brush or use a brush to apply it, but this is so soft that it really blended out so effortlessly, so quickly. So I just had to like shout out the brush because even if you don't want to pair it with the Minimalist, this brush works well with a lot of complexion products. Yeah, but yeah, even together, I really like how they work together just because my eyes are a bit, I don't know, I just like to like kind of press in concealer under my eyes to make sure like the coverage is there and I'm like being really gentle. So that's just my preference under my eyes, but I did really like the brush application for the rest of my face. Last thing about the Minimalist, wanted to mention there are 20 shades in the range, which is pretty good for a new launch. Range from light to deep, lots of undertone options. So hopefully everyone can find something that works for them. Okay, next up is the cream blush in the line, which is called Flush Balm, which is really cute. It comes in this really cute,
I love the packaging
component, which has like, it's a rounded bullet. So it's just really easy in my opinion. Again, I'm not one to exactly like, you know, I wouldn't do this. It's just a bit unnatural for me. In every single cream product I've ever used, I dip a brush in.
Me too.
And then if it's too much, too pigmented, I'll dab the back of my hand and then I'll go into my cheeks. But this is actually the perfect level of pigment in my opinion from the get-go. So I can just dip a brush, kind of like nothing as dense as that brush
I use a small stipple brush.
Yeah, something with a bit more movement, and I'll just dip that in and then apply it on my cheeks. And this is so lovely. If you can tell our cheeks right now, like it really adds a glow without being too much in my opinion. Like if you tried the Serum blushes, those are like even more of like a sort of like wet, like glowy look. I don't want to say wet, that sounds weird. On your skin, this is like perfectly in between like your natural skin with and like a almost like a highlighter. Like it just looks beautiful.
Yeah, I think if people, so I haven't tried the Tower 28 ones. I know you like
Oh,
those.
I love the Tower 28
But
blushes.
I was going to say this to me seems kind of in between the look that the Serum blushes give and then the Ilia Multi-Stick. Those are like more matte, more
Those
pigmented.
are more matte.
And then M to me is maybe like the same level of pigmentation but way more glowy.
Yeah,
so this is kind of in between
Exactly.
the two.
I think this is like my perfect finish. I do love those Tower 28 blushes. They do have a very, very similar finish as these, but those are way more pigmented. Those are blushes that I have to dip in and then take some off on my hand and then go in. So I like that this is a lower level of pigment so that I can just go directly on my face. It like removes a step essentially.
Yeah, and I agree. And if we haven't mentioned this already, like the whole thing is minimalist beauty. So all these products are meant to look very natural and like quick and effortless. So if that's not your vibe, that's okay. But I just thought we should shout it out just in case you're watching this video and kind of confused. But I do like this, especially working from home. Like I wear a cream, if I'm wearing makeup, it's cream products and a cream blush. And I usually would reach for like the Ilia, but sometimes those are a little bit pigmented and you really have to like work a little bit more with them. Whereas this is just way more natural and easy. But those maybe last a little bit longer, so it's kind of like
maybe these last all day on me.
They do last, yeah.
And our favorite shade, both of ours, like by far, is
Terracotta.
Terracotta. You guys know we like these sort of like brown, orangey nude shades.
Okay, and there are 5 shades of Flush Balm. We'll insert a clip of us swatching them all now so you can see all the shades lined up in a row. They range from like light to deep, so a plethora of skin shades can use this product and all of them are so pretty. I love them all. We just prefer Terracotta.
Yeah, exactly.
And it suits our skin tone probably the best.
Yeah, I also really like the more berry shades, but you guys know we're not huge like pink people, but Terracotta, whew, it's amazing.
Okay, next up is my favorite product. I'm just going to put that out there. It's the Merit Day Glow, which is their cream highlighter. I love the cream component too. Cream is just like so beautiful, effortless, you know, just pretty.
Yeah.
And there are 2 shades. This is Cava, that's
and this
Bounce.
one is Bounce. So Cava is more of like a light champagne, very neutral, which you guys know if you watch our channel that all of the colors of any product we prefer to be neutral because our skin is neutral and sometimes things can get a bit wonky if they kind of lean too warm or too cool. And this is also a very neutral tone, which is great, and this is just like a neutral deeper rose gold, but we'll talk about the formula, but they're both pretty sheer, so we can wear both. They're definitely sheer. It's like a more minimal amount of pearl and the base really comes through, which is like this beautiful glowy base. Like, can you see it? Yeah,
so I love this product. I think it's like the perfect like glass skin type product because some of those like balmier highlighters that are basically just base and no pearl, like they look really pretty, but I love how this has some pearl in it, so it does add some shimmer without looking like shimmer on your skin. It just makes the skin glow. And I love, even though this is like rounded, it's really nice, but I do really love to use just like a synthetic highlighter brush and just dip it right in here and like pat the brush on my skin. But I can also easily use my finger.
Oh yeah, I use my finger. So apparently we're applying these different.
That's why I wanted to ask you, and we can tell the people.
Yeah, I always dip actually 2 fingers in, so I'll just kind of do this and then just like dab on my cheekbones, and I love it. Like Britta said, this is like a balmy highlighter, because you know some creams can be like a bit of a harder stick, like the Hourglass, and a bit drier. This is so creamy and balmy. I have the Becca Glow Glaze stick, and they have really similar bases, but the thing I never loved about that is that the pearl in that Becca one is like holographic-esque. And even though when it's on your skin, you can't really tell, the pearls in these, like this being like a champagne and this being more like a rose gold, are so much more like wearable and just beautiful on our skin tone. And I actually think because the actual like base is transparent essentially, this could work on like all skin tones. Like I feel like even this one
yeah, I think so.
It's a whiter pearl, so
and we'll have to see. You guys let us know if you have a deeper skin tone and you can wear these, and then we'll know for sure.
Yeah, definitely the bounce shade because it's deeper, and we have bounce on, or I have bounce on right now.
I have Cava.
Okay, so I have bounce on, but obviously this is like the deeper of the two, but because they're so sheer, I feel like you could possibly wear both, but like medium to deep would probably love this one more.
Yeah, but it's so pretty, you guys.
Yeah, it's my favorite of the line too.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Okay, next up is the Merit Clean Lash Mascara. This is their lengthening mascara. So it's actually a tubing mascara, and I just want to throw that out there because I feel like tubing is hit or miss. We talk about the Pick Me Up mascara often on our channel, and that was tubing with a molded wand. This one has a typical like nylon bristle wand. I love the wand though. I love how small it is. I think Emily Noel talks about this on her channel often, about how a lot of companies release volumizing mascaras that have huge brushes because they think that that'll make for the most volume, when that's not always the case. Like she talks about the Superhero mascara from It Cosmetics because it does have a slimmer wand, and that gives her the most volume, and I think that actually is really true. Like, although this formula is tubing, so I feel like it is more so for lengthening than volume, I do love how this builds, and it does add like the perfect amount of volume for an everyday look, I think.
Yeah, I think that the other thing with like wands like this, where it's like slimmer and longer, but the actual bristles aren't super huge, it just is a lot more user friendly too, which I feel like with this line, everything is super easy to use, like consistently throughout every product, and the mascara is no exception, where I feel like a lot of brands' mascara is where things can go wrong, and it can be very challenging to get a product that is easy to use. Like if someone's new to makeup, they're going to be really intimidated by like a larger brush.
Yeah.
So this would be like something great to test out. But as Britta said, I feel like tubing mascaras are super polarizing. You either love them or you don't like them at all.
And I think the point is like they are really easy to wash off because the tubes just like come off your lashes.
So if you don't know, tubing mascaras, the formula, it like tubes around your lashes, and it can't really be rinsed off with like an oil base like you would normal mascaras. You like put warm water to your lashes, and it just sort of comes off.
Yeah, so don't be alarmed, because it is really weird, like the first time you use the tubing mascara, where I oil cleanse first, and you could put oil on it and like nothing happens.
Yeah.
But then you add water and it comes off. It's really kind of strange, but it is really effortless, and I find them to be very comfortable. Like they don't irritate my eyes. On the M1 as well, and this one. And I forgot to mention like how beautiful this packaging is. Like definitely wins the award for prettiest mascara I've ever seen.
Me too. I actually think throughout the whole line, that's my favorite component.
Me too. Yeah, same. It reminds me so much of the Elizabeth and James roller.
Yeah. Well, I love squares. Anyone with us, I feel like people really like circular objects, but I love a good square package.
Me too, yeah.
So this is just really pretty. Do you want to do your review now? We have different opinions about the mascara.
Yeah, so I like it. I do think it lengthens. So I always, just to preface this, like no matter what mascara I'm using, I use a lash primer with it. So today I'm wearing the Essence one underneath it, because I just think it adds a little bit more volume, especially with a mascara like this that's meant to lengthen, not really add as much volume. It does add volume, but you know, with a lash primer, it's going to add more. So I like to pair the two together. And I do think it's really easy to apply. I get it on my like lid, but it's easy for me to clean up. All lash, like it's definitely easier to apply than Lash Paradise, which is still my favorite, but not a clean mascara, if that's important to you.
and I think it really wears well throughout the day. My lashes don't really sink at all. I think it holds well throughout the day. It's black. So for an everyday like quarantine mascara, I really enjoy it. Yeah, so for me, I agree with Britta. I find it more lengthening than volumizing. And something I didn't really expect is that I really need a lot of coats to kind of like get the definition and like length I want. I probably use like 3 coats.
Yeah, I think I use 3 usually too.
Or
2 maybe if I'm using the primer.
Yeah, which every mascara is so different. I never use mascara primer. I like to like cut out as many steps as possible. So I just kind of like go in with more coats, which works for me, but like I just said, it was unexpected at first. And then I do like how the brush is so like easy to get the length you want, and it doesn't, I don't know, almost like sets your lashes up for success. Like I do my eyelash curler and then apply this mascara, and I can tell that the curl's not gonna fall. Like I can just tell.
Yeah, it's one of the like best holding mascaras.
I can tell when I'm applying it, like it's like setting your lash almost, if that makes sense. The only thing is that I find that because I go in with so many coats, just because it's like the look I want to achieve, it kind of can like clump towards the edge of the end of my eyelashes, and then those clumps can kind of fall throughout the day, which is really not uncommon for mascaras. That has happened to me with other mascaras. I've been trying to like, you know, make it like kind of like wiggle it more at the ends to make sure there's really no like excess product there, because if there's not, and I just am a bit better at applying it, then no clumping happens. But I did just want to call that out, that I've been experiencing that. But it doesn't irritate my eyes like Britta said at all, which is really uncommon. A lot of mascaras irritate my eyes. It's really black for a tubing mascara. Yeah. I know that can be like challenging. And yeah, overall I like it. Like Britta said, it gives you a very like wispy everyday effect, which is what I look for in a mascara. I actually haven't used Lash Paradise in years because I feel like it's too much.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but I still love it.
Yeah. Okay, next up is the brow gel, which might be my second favorite component. I love how pretty this is.
It's so pretty for a brow gel.
Back unexpected. All gold. It says Merit down here. It's very beautiful. So I love this applicator. We will do a close-up so you can see, but it's a little tapered cone shape, which are my favorite brow gel applicators, and I find that not a lot of people do them. Britta will probably get into why. I have really large brows, so I just love how this applies the product. I find that it's super easy to do the front pieces, and if you guys watched, I don't know, I haven't used typical brow gel in a long time, so I'll just explain this. I like to like back comb my hairs and then comb upwards. That's how I've always applied like tinted brow gel. For the past year, I've been using the Patrick Ta Brow Wax, so that I just apply like upwards. But when I use a tinted brow gel, I always do the back combing, and this is so perfect for that. It gets all my lashes, but it doesn't like get the product anywhere. And then I just love the taperedness for the front too, and it's like the perfect length this way, that it doesn't like apply too much when you're just trying to get those front pieces. So I really love this brush, and the actual brow gel I feel like applies just the perfect amount of color. Similar to the rest of the products, you could do 1 layer and this would be like very natural looking, but I like to go in with 2, so it provides a bit more color and it kind of makes my brows look a bit more full. I'm wearing it right now, obviously, and yeah, I feel like it has a decent amount of hold. The color is really lovely. It's just a good brow gel. It lasts all day.
It lasts really well.
It lasts really well, but the thing I like the most about it is probably the component, like the component and the brush. Like I really love the brush, so that in itself is like a reason to love this brow gel. Yeah, I'm just really, you can talk about it now.
Yeah,
I really
so my favorite thing about it actually is the shade brown. It's like my perfect brow gel shade. I feel like a lot of browns tend to lean like too red or too warm, and this one isn't. It's very neutral. And I love the formula as well. I think the hold is so good. Like it does last in your brows all day, but the brush is just a little bit too big for my brows, so I guess it's good you guys get 2 opinions, but my brows are definitely more sparse than Carli's. I fill them in with a pencil, but even then I feel like on the ends, like the brush is a little too large, so like I really have to clean up afterwards underneath, where, you know, it kind of gets on my skin, which isn't a huge deal. I've used brushes that are larger before and have had the same issue, and it's not a huge deal. I just want to call it out because it is a little bit large for brows like mine. If you have brows like mine, at least on the ends, obviously on like the top, it's totally fine. But I love the color, I love the formula, the packaging is beautiful. I think there are 3 shades of this. So that's enough for brow. I feel like you should be able to find something that works for you. So yeah, it's really good. It's really good for a brow gel. We have been on that Patrick Ta brow wax kit, but when I do reach for a brow gel, I love this one. Okay, last up is Shade Slick, the lip oil. And if you guys watch our channel at all, you know that we don't really wear glossy lip products. So we're going to review this as two women who don't really love glossy lips, but there's a few surprises in here. Maybe like this product. So I'm wearing Au Naturel. There's 4 shades. And then I have Marrakesh here, which is like another nude. And I'm wearing Sangria, which you can tell is kind of like a deeper wine shade. And then there's also Pink Beat, which is just like a neutral, maybe a little bit cool tone pink. And I'm wearing Strip Down, the lip liner underneath. I could never wear a glossy product without a lip liner, I feel like. I'm wearing a lip liner as well. I will get into this. Okay, I have thoughts. Okay, you go first, I guess. Okay, so if you guys have tried the Victoria Beckham lip stain, the original, I think the shade that launched first, Bitten, I bought that lip stain with the number 2 lip liner. I bought them together because that's how she wore them together. And since then, I just can't really get that lip stain to work. I know a lot of people love it, but it constantly just looks like it, I don't know, it just like goes into my dry spots. It doesn't really look. I actually didn't know you had that. Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't really look even. I didn't really like the taste, but that's really besides the point. But I always really loved the color, and I loved how she would pair it with the number 2 lip liner because it's just like a deep neutral nude. So I tried that. I tried the Victoria Beckham number 2 lip pencil with this over it, and I feel like it achieved exactly what I wanted that lip stain to achieve. Besides, that lip stain does dry it down and is transfer proof. This is like a true lip oil. So it's more emollient, it's not transfer proof, but I love how it looks. And for people that don't like lip gloss or lip oil or any of that stuff, like I'm just really impressed because it's so thin, much like that Victoria Beckham product, but because it's still emollient because of the lip oil qualities, it just is so comfortable. But over the lip liner, I feel like it kind of just like makes my lips look like, I don't know, you guys tell me, but plump and like even. And this color, even though it looks so like, so pretty, like saturated and rich in the bottle, I actually did blot it down a bit, which maybe I shouldn't have done that, so you can like see how, well, you can see on Britta, but it's like, it's pretty glossy upon impact. But I did like kiss my hand once, and it kind of like blotted it down to like the exact sort of like lip look I want when I don't want a matte lip. And I'm just really impressed. Like, it's so hard for me to like a shiny lip product, and this shade specifically, I'm just loving how it looks. Yeah, that shade is really beautiful. And I know we talked about in our lip cushion video how like deeper shades we wouldn't really wear in that format, and this is like slightly different. I feel like maybe it's just a little bit more like refined. I don't know if that's the right word. It's so thin and like not full opacity. Like, it's not like the lip cushions from M. You put them on and they're very full color. Like, there's really no sheerness to them. These have a little bit of sheerness, so I feel like you can kind of like move the product around. And I think that's my issue with lip gloss. I don't like how it's like so opaque, but then it's so shiny and then it migrates and it's like such a mess. Yeah, I just don't like any of that. And this, I do love how thin the product is. It's a regular doe foot applicator, but I do think it's maybe on the smaller side, or am I just not used to regular doe foot applicators anymore? I think it's a little small. So I like that because you can apply less product. You can be more precise with it. It doesn't migrate outside the lip lines. It feels very comfortable. It's not sticky at all. It just feels like a lip oil. There's no like that weird, another thing I hate about lip gloss. When you do this, and like, it's like, well, there's the stickiness. It's like so thick. Disgusting. This is not like that at all. This is a lip oil, so it's just a little bit more slick, shade slick. And yeah, like Carli said, I really love the amount of opacity because it's not too pigmented, so I can wear a lip liner underneath it. This is like more of a full makeup look, I guess. If I'm just working from home, I could easily like throw this on if I just wanted a little bit of tint to my lips. Yeah, that actually looks really good over the stripped down lip liner. Everything looks good over the stripped down lip liner. I feel the same way about the Victoria Beckham number 2. Yeah. We're big lip liner fans. We are. And I really like this shade Au Naturel because it's like, I just realized like my whole look is pretty peachy and then I'm wearing this like cool tone shirt, but it's fine, just ignore it. But Marrakesh is like, you guys will see the swatches. Yeah, like that's a really beautiful nude, but like a deeper, well, just warmer nude. And then, you know, we don't like pink on the lips. Yeah, but the pink bead is probably like it. Yeah, my least favorite. But if you like pinks, this is a really like clean pink, I would call it.
where it looks like it would probably brighten your face.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I just have like literally never worn. Well, I don't want to say I've never worn pink on my lips because I'm sure we made some bad decisions back in life.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but the Sangria shade, don't sleep on this.
It's really good.
Fan. That's probably my favorite.
I like the Au Naturel too.
Yeah, these two are my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you pick anything up from Merit Beauty, let us know. So I believe they're launching on their website. They'll be launched when this video goes up. So like we said, we'll link the products below. And then they're launching in Sephora stores in February. Don't know the exact date.
Yeah.
But exciting.
Then it'll
so
be
you guys
easier
can get it in store
for everyone to get it.
Yeah.